you stuck in Jalingo late at night? Need a safe and reliable ride fast? Introducing Supercab, Jalingo's trusted ride-hailing service from anywhere in the city. We will pick you up right at your doorstep. Book a ride in seconds, safe, fast and affordable. Visit www.supercab.com.ng or download the Supercab app today. Supercab, your ride your way.
Good evening, viewers. You're welcome to News at 9 p.m. on Sun TV, the pulse of the nation. This is where bold journalism meets clear and reliable journalism. We are beaming out our signal from the nature's gift to the nation. Connect with us, follow our Facebook at Sun TV, and stream live on YouTube at Sun TV Live. Here are the leading stories shaping the headlines today. Anambra Assembly passes Igbo Apprentice Bill, gives legal backing to Igbo Boy model. Taraba Governor warns traditional rulers against illegal land deal, mining consent. Sokoto launches 2025 tree planting campaign, targets 500,000 seedlings. International news. Gaza reports rising famine and death. Turkey cuts trade ties with Israel. Business news. Eric Trump urges Asia to buy Bitcoin as he predicts $1 million price on it soon. Entertainment news. Afrobeat star Adekunle Gold to headline historic London Jazz Festival concert. Sport news. UEFA lists Germany, Portland, Portugal, Denmark, Sweden in race for 2029 Women's Euro. I'm Bridget James, and now the news in full. A report has it that Bauchi State Governor, Senator Bala Abdul Qadir Muhammad, has arrived in Jalingo, the Taraba State capital, for the 12th meeting of the Northeast Governors Forum, holding tomorrow. He was warmly received at the airport by top government officials from Taraba State. Also expected at the crucial gathering are Governor Agbo Kefers of Taraba State, Governor Babagana Umaru Zulum of Borno, Governor Amadu Umaru Fintiri of Adamawa, Governor Maimala Buni of Yobe, and Governor Inwayaya of Gombe. The forum, which brings together the 6 governors of the Northeast, will deliberate on security, regional development, and other pressing issues affecting the zone. Endeavor to follow Sun TV for more updates on the NEGF meeting holding in Jalingo. The Anambra State House of Assembly has passed the Igbo Apprentice Bill, also known as the Igbo Boy Law, giving legal recognition to the traditional wealth creation model. Taking effect from September 10, 2025, the law standardized apprenticeship at 7 years, which introduces a minimum educational requirement and establishes an Igbo Boy Commission to register and participants to regulate conduct and resolve disputes. Governor Chukwuma Soludo hailed it as a visionary move to safeguard indigenous system, while Speaker Prince Eme, he said it adapts traditional to modern needs. Traders and artisans welcomed the law, though concerns were raised about possible bureaucracy. In a related development, within the state, the Anambra government has outlawed the practice of writing assignments directly to textbook, describing it as unsustainable and burdensome for families. The Education Commissioner, Professor Ngozi Chuma Ode, announced the ban during a capacity building workshop in Akwa, stressing that textbooks must be reusable for younger pupils and inclusive of diversity and equality. The move, she explained, aimed to reduce financial strain on parents while ensuring sustainable learning practices. Government also vowed to clamp down on extravagant graduation parties in nursery and primary schools, condemning them as exploitative, and authorities warned of strict sanction for defaulters, urging stakeholders to comply fully. Turning to Taraba State, Governor Agbo Kefers has cautioned traditional rulers against unauthorized activities, including indiscriminate land sales and issuing consent letters to illegal miners. The warning came during a Thursday meeting at the ESCO Chamber, T.Y. Danjuma House, Jalingo, where leaders were reminded of their responsibilities to uphold lawful practices and protect communal resources. Dr. Kefers stressed that any breach could attract sanction, emphasizing the importance of accountability and adherence to state regulations. The section aimed to curb illegal mining, operations, and land disputes, ensuring orderly governance and sustainable local development. The video is courtesy of Hassan Garba's social media handle.
This Thursday, the governor of Taraba State, Dr. Agbo Kefers, met with the traditional rulers from the state, and the meeting discussed issues bordering on their roles in the state. Addressing the gathering, the governor emphasized the importance of the traditional rulers' role in promoting peace, stability, and community development. He reminded them of their responsibility to protect their communities and serve as a bridge between the government and the people.
This meeting is not all about discipline. It is also about partnership. Government does not see you as rivals, but as collaborators. If we must overcome the situations that we're facing today, like banditry, header farmers conflict, youth restiveness, drug abuse, and poverty, then government and traditional rulers must work hand in hand in unity.
The governor frowns at indiscriminate sales of land, illegal mining, issuance of consent letters to illegal miners, indiscriminate appointment of ardors, and issuance of titles which undermine the law. He urged them to protect their community with vigor, seek government approval before appointment of ardors and the issuance of traditional titles, and ensure dialogue, peace, and stability in their domains.
From today, I expect every traditional ruler to 1. Protect your communities from illegal land sales and mining. 2. Seek government approval before conferring titles or appointing others. 3. Expose all criminals hiding under culture, tradition, or religion.
The governor announced plans to review the conduct of traditional rulers with those found wanting, facing consequences according to the law.
Your Royal Highnesses and good people of Taraba State, let me be very clear. I have the constitutional duty to ensure law and order in Taraba State. Any traditional ruler found complicit in illegal acts will face disciplinary measures under the law. Henceforth.
In a follow-up action, Governor Dr. Agbo Kefers has ordered the immediate deployment of security personnel to the College of Nursing and Wivery in Jalingo to ensure student safety. The directive followed his inspection of the ongoing reconstruction at the college, where students raised concern over campus security, including theft and harassment. The governor emphasized that safeguarding students is a priority and that the presence of trained personnel will restore confidence in the institution's learning environment. Authorities were instructed to maintain vigilance and promptly address security threats. The initiative demonstrates the administration's commitment to education, safety, and students' welfare. The video is courtesy of Hassan Garba's social media handle.
Governor Agbokefas inspected the ongoing reconstruction of the College of Nursing and Midwifery in Jalingo on Wednesday, focusing on perimeter fencing to enhance the security of the institution. During his visit, the governor interacted with students, acknowledging their security concerns and assuring them of his administration's commitment to completing the project and ensuring their safety.
In that area, and then people should reorganize the vigilante to work with the police, depending when their hostel retreats. Is that okay? Are you okay? No problem. Small, we are trying our best so that when everything is okay, you move to your hostel. But for now, they will give you security there.
Earlier, one of the students, Miss Mary Yaje, who spoke on behalf of the others, informed the governor about the security challenges they were facing on the campus.
We want to first of all start by appreciating your efforts and everything you've done to us in College of Nursing and Midwifery Jalingo, the buildings, the development and everything. We really appreciate it, sir. And we also want to further say, sir, we have a single cry that has brought us here. This afternoon, when we heard that you were coming, we decided to come and see you in person. Sir, the recent insecurity we've had in this environment has become very alarming and is threatening to our lives and our education.
The governor's visit demonstrates his dedication to improving the institution's infrastructure and providing a secure.
Meanwhile, Taraba State is also grappling with environmental challenges. Hundreds of farmlands in the state have been submerged due to the overflow of the river Benue, destroying crops worth millions of naira. Trust Daily report the flooding affected communities in Lau Karim Lamido, Gasso, and Ado local government areas, which rice and maize farm near the river heavily damaged. Many houses along the river bank were also submerged. Local residents, including Alhaji Saleh Binari of Karim Lamido and Garba Halilu of Mutumbiu, confirmed the widespread destruction. A staff member of the Ministry of Environment revealed that residents were previously warned of possible flood this year, though Commissioner Aisha Bardi could not be reached for comments. Security concerns have been prominent in Bauchi, where the State Police Command has opened an investigation into the killing of warrant officer Ali Haruna, a Guards commander allegedly shot by Inspector Yusuf Ibrahim at a checkpoint in Futug village, Al-Kari local government area. Working with the Nigerian Army Military Police, the command says preliminary findings showed the struck involved belongs to licensed mining companies, contrary to online report suggesting illegal activities. Police spokesperson Ahmed Wakili described earlier account as misleading, stressing that a joint investigative team has been set up to establish the facts. The Commissioner of Police, Sani Omolori Aliyu, commiserates with the Army and the family of the deceased. On the environmental front, Sokoto State has embarked on a proactive campaign. Governor Ahmed Aliyu has launched the 2025 tree planting campaign in Kasarawa, urging residents and councils to unite against desertification threatening the region's farmland. The government, through the Ministry of Environment, has procured thousands of seedlings for distributions across 23 local government areas, with council chairmen directed to mobilize communities. Aliu cautioned against indiscriminate tree felling and describing planting as both an environmental duty and a religious act of continuous charity. The National Agency for Great Green Wall allocated 450,000 date seedlings to Sokoto, while the state targets 500,000 planting this year. The campaign climaxed with a symbolic tree planting by dignitaries. Elsewhere in the North Central region, the National Orientation Agency has appealed to civil society organizations in Kogi State to partner with it in sensitizing the public on government policies and security awareness. North Central Zonal Director Dr. Priscilla Kondula made the call during a meeting with the Kogi NGO network team in Lokoja, stressing the need for stronger collaboration in tackling insecurity. Congo Nate and Hamza Aliu, he pledged to support the partnership. In a similar engagement with the Association of Heads of Federal Establishment, Gondelo urged MDAs to create awareness channel, while AHFE Chairman Gabriel Audu assured NOA of cooperating in advancing public enlightenment initiative. Echoing this call, the National Orientation Agency has further urged civil societies and in Kogi State to partner with it in sensitizing Nigerians on government policies and programs. North Central Zonal Director Dr. Priscilla Gondela met the appeal in Lokoja during a meeting with the Kogi NGO network, stressing the need for CSOs to boost public security awareness, especially in the insecurity-prone region. The chairman, Hamza Aliu, pledged support, while State NOA Director Patrick Edongo said the visit aimed to strengthening collaboration. Godona also engaged federal establishment, urging robust partnership. Stakeholders pledged cooperation to enhance awareness, security consciousness, and community participation in governance. Moving to River State, legal practitioner Chetan Mwala has faulted the conduct of the forthcoming local government election, scheduled for August 30th, saying it does not reflect the best interest of residents. Speaking on Channels TV, they urged that while boycott may not stop the poll, it will expose its lack of legitimacy. Mwala urged President Bola Tinubu to intervene and restore democratic principle, stressing that the exercise favors political elites rather than the people. He maintained that the crisis in the state has already eroded democratic structure, insisting that rivers deserve genuine governance rather than power struggle. In Delta State, the Deputy Speaker of the House of Assembly, Anto Okpokwo, has criticized oil companies in the state for shunning a crucial stakeholders meeting on host communities. Speaking at the forum organized by Search for Common Ground, Okpokwo lamented that the absence of company representatives undermined dialogue, urging communities to leverage the ongoing amendment of the Petroleum Industry Act to press their demands. Udu Local Government Chairman Vincent Oyibode stressed the need for strong leadership, law enforcement, and environmental safeguards. It was attended by government agencies and civil groups, sought to rebuild trust and strengthen accountability between companies and host companies. On economic matters, the Minister of State for Industry, Trade and Investment, Senator John Ehon, has launched a 500 million naira intervention fund to support micro, small and medium enterprises in Cross River State. Speaking in Calabar, Eno described the initiative as a personal project aimed at empowering over 1,000 entrepreneurs, artisans and informal workers in its first phase. Beneficiaries will receive between 100,000 naira and 500,000 naira after completing a one-week entrepreneurship training. The program, separate from a government scheme, will run in batches across all 18 local government areas. Activist Agba Jalingo assured transparent management, stressing that the fund will directly benefit small-scale operators and job creators. Similarly, Senator John Eno had earlier launched a 500 million naira intervention fund for micro, small, and medium enterprising in Cross River State. Speaking in Calabar, he explained that the initiative, a personal project separate from a government program, will support over 1,000 beneficiaries in its first phase, grant ranging from 100,000 to 500,000 naira. It will be given to both formal and informal business after a compulsory training. Activist Agba Jalingo, representing the implementation team, assured transparency. Stakeholders, including the Calabar Chamber of Commerce, pledged support, while applications will be processed online and via local distribution channels. In the financial sector, Guarantee Trust Holding Company PLC has injected 365.9 billion naira into its subsidiary Guarantee Trust Bank Limited to meet the new minimum capital requirements set by the Central Bank of Nigeria for commercial banks with international authorization. The injection was executed through a rights issue involving over 6.9 billion ordinary shares. This raises Guarantee Trust Bank's share capital from 138.1 billion naira to 504 billion, ensuring compliance with regulatory threshold. According to the company's secretary, Ehi Obedo, the fund will support branch expansion, loan growth, investments, and information technology infrastructure. The holdings company retained 100% ownership of the banking subsidiary. Labor issues are also in focus. The president of the Nigerian Labour Congress, Joe Ajero, has commended Governor Hope Uzodinma for raising Imo State's minimum wage from 76,000 naira to 104,000 naira, alongside significant pay increase for doctors and lecturers. Speaking at the Labour Conference in Abuja, Ajero described the move as bold and urged other state governors to emulate it without waiting for statutory wage review. He stressed that states with stronger revenue should do even more to caution workers amidst economic hardship. Ajero also accused the government of diverting 40% of workers' NSITF contribution, warning against attempt to amend the Funds Act for greater state control. Meanwhile, the Nigerian Correction Service, they have spent over 14 billion naira feeding inmates awaiting trial between January and August 2025. According to findings, records shows a steady rise in the awaiting trial population, speaking at 53,473 in July, before standing at 53,114 by August 25, with the daily feeding allowances raised from 750 to 1,125. The service now spends an average of 59.2 million daily on meals. NCO spokesperson Umar Abubakar, he said the service remains committed to inmates' welfare despite inflation, stressing that adequate feeding reflects its broader mandate of human correction, rehabilitation, and the reintegrations, while ensuring collaboration to uphold standards and accountability. On civil society engagement, a coalition of northern youths under the Northern Youth Frontiers has falsely Amnesty International recent report on insecurity in Nigeria, describing them as careless, mischievous, and agenda-driven. National Coordinator Sama Musa, he said the report distorted government efforts, undermined security agencies, and emboldened criminals. The group urged the federal government to investigate Amnesty International activities and, if necessary, impose legal restrictions on its oppression. It further called for a public awareness campaign to counter misinformation and foster unity. This comes after Amnesty International reported that at least 65 people were killed in several attacks in Katsina and Plateau State within 1 week. At the same time, the Defense Industries Association of Nigeria has urged the federal government and armed forces to patronize locally made defense equipment to strengthen security and curb insurgency. Secretary General Kola Balogun, speaking at the African Chiefs of Defense Staff Summit in Abuja, he stressed that consistent procurement will boost defense capacity, create jobs, and reduce youth vulnerability to insurgent recruitment. He noted that policies like the Local Content Act and Executive Order 5 already exist but require stronger enforcement. Increased patronage, he added, would expand local industries, foster regional military collaboration, and promote African-made solutions for collective continental security. Also highlighting right concern, UNICEF, in collaboration with the Nigerian Bar Association, has called for urgent reform to protect children's rights within Nigeria's justice system. The call was made at the NBA Annual General Conference in Enugu, which hosted over 20,000 participants, including legal experts, policymakers, and civil society groups. UNICEF Nigeria representative Wafa Sahid, he stressed that children should never be detained simply due to circumstances of birth, urging for justice that empowers and restores life. NBA President Afam Osibe reaffirms commitment to reinforcing child protection, and both bodies pledged to advance alternative to detention and legal aid access and will implement the Child Rights Act. Finally, on the international sports stage, UEFA has confirmed 4 bids for the 2029 Women's European Championship after Italy pulled out of the race. Germany, Portland, Portugal, and a joint Denmark-Sweden candidacy remains in contention, with the winner to be announced on December 3rd. Italy, already co-hosting Euro 2032, when Turkey withdrew its interest, citing capacity constraints. The new host will succeed Switzerland, which staged a record-breaking 2025 edition attended by 657,300 fans. UEFA requires one 50,000-seat stadium and 3 with a list of 30,000 capacity. Germany, 8-time champions, are seen as strong contenders, having hosted Euro 2024 but lost to Brazil for the 2027 Women's World Cup. We'll take a short break, but don't go anywhere. The major stories, the sharpest insights, and the voices that truly matter are still coming your way. Only on Some TV, your gateway to the truth. Please don't go away.
Ladies and gentlemen, queens and kings of purpose, welcome to the Taraba Human Rights International Film Festival 2025, where nearly 100 powerful minds, dreamers, doers, and defenders of humanity will be gathered at Taraba 2025. And I say to them, welcome to the spark before the wildfire and to the heartbeat of a legacy. Prince Homsuk Alex Jibrin is my name. I am the greatest grandson to the 23rd Longwo, third son to the Kanai of the Kwo Chiefdom, and a true prince to the House of Mamen. At Tarif, we will not only be telling stories, but we will be reviving the very soul of the people through film. In September 2025, Taraba will rise again as we invite you to experience, explore, and invest in the greatest epic film ever in the Kumbo Legacy Workshop. And this is where ancient tradition will meet with modern transformation. Because at Tarif, we shall be celebrating the strength, wisdom, and heritage of the greatest empire that has ever existed in West African history. And tomorrow, we shall immortalize it in art, film, and in fire. So storytellers, stand tall. The legacy is calling. Will you answer? Welcome to Tarif 2025. Let the revolution begin.
When a tanker bearing fuel falls or an underground pipe bearing fuel bursts, what do? Scooping fuel in your bucket or running far away from impending fire? You have a few seconds to take the wisest decision. Walk away? No, that is not enough. Shift? No, that is not enough. Stay there and gist and take shots with your phone? That is madness. Run. Yes, run away. Yes, your life depends on your action. The flames come suddenly, unexpected but uncontrollable. Why? Fuel is highly inflammable. Why? It just requires a spark to set off a ravaging inferno. So, don't stay there to think. Storm away to live. Do not throw away your life in anguish for meaningless fuel siphoning. Be advised.
Are you stuck in Jalingo late at night? Need a safe and reliable ride fast? Introducing Supercab, Jalingo's trusted ride-hailing service from anywhere in the city. We will pick you up right at your doorstep. Book a ride in seconds. Safe, fast and affordable. Visit www.supercab.com.ng or download the Supercab app today. Supercab, your ride, your way.
Welcome back. The Chief Imam of Masjid Taqwa, New GRA Gombe, has cautioned Muslims against envy, reminding them that true success lies only with Allah. Kamal Hamajo reports.
Delivering his Friday sermon, the Chief Imam, Sheikh Adam Ardo, warned Muslims to avoid the danger of envy, describing it as a weakness that undermines faith in Allah.
Envy is one of the grievous sins that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala prohibited the Muslims. It is one of the diseases of the heart. One should as much as possible try to see that he has averted that from his own heart. The repercussion is so grievous, is so much that it will end up one in hellfire. The envy consumes one's reward just like the fire consumes cottons. Envy is just hating the favors of Allah upon another person. Or even when he gets it, you try to do whatever you want to do in order to see that he is relieved of these favors of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And whoever is doing this is not against the person, but he is fighting with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and he is not going to succeed. Nobody would fight Allah and succeed.
He urged Muslims to place their trust in Allah, praising that success comes from Him alone, while issuing a strong warning against envy, which he categorized into different forms.
And envy can be divided into two. First is the one that when he sees the favors of Allah with another person, he will not be happy. His heart will be blackened. He will not be free. His heart will be contracted because he doesn't like what he sees. And the second one is the one that will hate those things that Allah has bestowed upon somebody, and at the same time make attempt trying to pull him down, the PhD syndrome.
The Imam explained that envy was the first sin in the heaven, when Iblis refused to obey Allah's command to prostrate before Adam. He added that it was also first seen on earth when the two sons of Adam made sacrifice. One accepted and the other rejected, leading the latter, out of envy, to kill his brother.
So as Muslims, one is supposed to have a clear mind. One is supposed to surrender and rely on Allah, on His favors. Seek Allah's favors from Him. By so doing, you are going to earn the favor of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in this world and in the hereafter.
Sheikh Adams Ardo's message serves as a reminder for Muslims to purify their hearts, avoid envy, and place their trust in Allah as the only source of true success. From Gombe, Kamal Hamadio, Sun TV News.
Gombe State University is aligning itself with national development priorities as the newly confirmed Vice Chancellor, Professor Sani Ahmed Yauta, says this institution will soon establish a Faculty of Engineering to provide manpower for the Kolmani oil and gas project. He also revealed that the university is collaborating with Michigan University in the United States to enhance agricultural education and align it with the demand of the present generation. Sun TV correspondent Kamal Hamajo reports.
Professor Yauta made the remark while outlining his vision for the university. Following his confirmation as the fourth substantive Vice Chancellor, he explained that the initiative will further strengthen the university's role in the national energy and industrial development.
We intend to add to the faculties that we have. And the last one that we don't have now is the Faculty of Engineering, which is coming up very soon. And then we have courses that has to do with petroleum, exploration and mineral resources. And we felt that it is something that we can do next because of this Kolmani. We're going to see how we can now bring in programs that will fit in properly, that our students can be able to contribute their quota towards managing this project when it finally comes on board.
Highlighting the university's growth, the Vice Chancellor noted the creation of two new campuses, one for the Faculty of Environmental Science, which has already completed its first semester, and another the Faculty of Agriculture.
The State University is one of the universities in the Northeast that stand out, because of our position in the Northeast and because of the quality of graduate that we roll out every year. We try as much as possible to expand the university so that we will increase access, for our teeming youths that did not secure admissions to come into the university and gain admission and then study. You are aware that His Excellency Governor Muhammad Inuwa Yahaya has given us approval, to open another campus in Duku, which is housing our Faculty of Environmental Sciences, where we are running 4-degree programs. As I'm speaking to you now, the student has completed, their first semester examinations. So by next week, they will now start their second semester. Then there is another campus also that His Excellency gave us approval because of his passion, for agriculture and trying to see that we create employment, for our youth. Then he gave us a campus, another campus in Malan City, where we now make it a faculty of agriculture.
He further stated that the institution is partnering with Michigan University in the United States to promote the study and practice of modern agriculture.
It is now, we have collaborations with Michigan State University in the US, that they will come in and then see how they can assist and help us to build the faculty. And as you know, agriculture is now the end thing, is the thing that is now driving the economy now. We want to use this campus in Duku to make sure that we train, teach, and then give education to our teeming youths that we can that we admit as students, so that they can be able to acquire modern skills of agriculture, mechanized agriculture.
He disclosed that Gombe State University, which marked its 20th anniversary last year, has so far produced over 20,000 graduates. He further appreciated the governing council for its support and expressed gratitude to Governor Muhammad Inuwa Yahya for entrusting him with the leadership of the institution.
Appreciating His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Gombe State, Alhaji Muhammadu Inuwa Yahya, for finding me worthy, to be appointed as the 4th substantive Vice Chancellor of Gombe State University.
Professor Sani Ahmad Yauta joined Gombe State University in 2006 as a graduate assistant. He steadily rose through the ranks and was appointed acting Vice Chancellor in November 2024 before his confirmation as the substantive Vice Chancellor this year. From Gombe, Kamal Hamajo, Sum TV News.
International news. Gaza's health ministry has reported 5 deaths from malnutrition in the past 24 hours, including 2 children, bringing the total number of famine-related deaths to 322 since the war began. The ministry said signs of starvation are widespread, with 8 sentenced unavailable to meet rising needs. At least 51 Palestinians, including civilians, seeking food assistance were killed today in Israeli air and ground assault across Gaza. Strike targeted Al-Mawasi, a declared humanitarian zone, and the Netzarim corridor, raising concern over the safety of aid distribution. The Israeli ministry confirmed it has launched the initial stages of its offensive on Gaza City, suspending limited humanitarian forces, and had allowed its convoys into the famine, which hit area. Meanwhile, Turkey announced it will sever trade ties and close its airspace to Israel, accusing it of committing genocide. In Israel, families of captive urged Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to embrace ceasefire talk, warning that time is running out. Business news. Eric Trump, son of the U.S. president, on Friday urged a packed audience in Hong Kong to buy Bitcoin, describing it as the greatest asset in the world. Speaking at the Bitcoin Asia conference, Trump predicted the cryptocurrency would reach $1 million, crediting the Bitcoin community for strongly supporting his father's campaign. His company, American Bitcoin, is reportedly seeking acquisitions in Asia and preparing for a NASDAQ listing. The remark comes as recent U.S. legislation under President Trump has boosted the sector, pushing Bitcoin above $124,500 earlier this month. Trump is also expected to attend a major crypto meeting in Japan. Entertainment news. Afrobeat star Adekunle Gold is set to headline a historic concert in London as part of the prestigious EFG London Jazz Festival. The performance, scheduled for November 22nd at the Royal Festival Hall, will feature Gold alongside the acclaimed Guildhall section at Daystra. Announcing the show on X, the singer described himself as the greatest showman, preparing for full orchestral experience. The event marked a milestone in his career, blending Afrobeat with classical arrangements and highlighting his versatility excitement in already building among United Kingdom fans, eager to witness the transformation of his hit through live orchestration. Sport news. The Union of European Football Association has announced 4 bids to host the 2029 Women's European Championship after Italy's withdrawal. The contenders include Germany, Portland, Portugal, and the joint Denmark-Sweden bid, with the winner to be declared on December 3rd. The announcement follows the resounding success of the 2025 edition in Switzerland, which attracted over 657,000 spectators. Germany, an 8-time champion, is seen as a strong favorite, having recently hosted the 2024 Men's European Championship. Hosting ruler requires one stadium of at least 50,000 seats and 3 of 30,000 seats. The tournament will remain 16 finalists, unlike the Federation International the Football Association's World Cup expansion. Arsenal midfielder Kai Havertz has undergone minor knee surgery after sustaining an injury in the opening weekend win at Manchester United. The 26-year-old, who missed last Saturday 5-0 victory over Leeds, is expected to sideline for weeks rather than months, with the club optimistic about a swift recovery. Arsenal confirmed the procedure was successful and said rehabilitation had begun under medical supervision. His setback coincides with the arrival of 60 million euros signing Eberechi Eze, who is set to debut against Liverpool on Sunday. Meanwhile, Bukayo Saka and Martins Adiga, they are also unavailable due to injuries, while Gabriel Jesus remains a long-term absentee. And that's where we wrap up tonight's broadcast. But before we go, a quick recap of our top stories. In Anambra, the State Assembly has passed the Igbo apprenticeship bill, giving legal backings to the traditional Igbo Moi Boy. From Taraba, Governor Agbo Kefas has cautioned traditional rulers against illegal land deals and authorized mining consents. In Sokoto, Ahmed Aliu has launched the 2025 tree planting campaign with a target of 500,000 seedlings across the state. On the international scene, Gaza authorities report rising famine-related deaths as Turkey cuts trade ties with Israel. In business, Eric Trump has urged investors in Asia to buy Bitcoin, predicting its price could hit $1 million. Over in entertainment, Afrobeat star Adekunle Gold is set to headline a historic concert at the London Jazz Festival. And in sports, UEFA has confirmed that Germany, Poland, Portugal, and the joint Denmark-Sweden bid remains in the race to host the 2029 Women's European Championship. Stay with us for more compelling entertainment and breaking updates only on Psalm TV. Being a privilege sharing tonight with you, from all of us here in the newsroom, we wish you peace to steady your paths, progress to follow your dreams, and purpose to light your way. Thank you and good night.
Are you stuck in Jalingo late at night? Need a safe and reliable ride fast? Introducing Supercab, Jalingo's trusted ride hailing service from anywhere in the